You've looked really good offensively through the first two preseason games. Granted, it's 32 minutes for you, but what have you learned under this new system with Ty Lue that makes you feel comfortable to look as good as you have looked so far?
I think a lot of it is just preparation coming into the season. Year removed, years and change removed, two shoulder surgeries. So a lot of it is just off-season work coming into this year. It's just familiarity with the guys on the floor.
Okay, we'll move on to go ahead,
Hey, PG. I was wondering, have you wrapped your head around what this season could be like playing outside of the bubble with just, I guess, a lot of the unexpected that could happen? I mean, with Chauncey and Reggie not being with the team due to safety protocols, do you wonder this is kind of like maybe a taste of maybe things that could come to prepare this team of how to adapt?
Yeah. I mean, this is part of the job. Other leagues have been successful under these conditions. It's part of the job. We would hope for no one to get it and everybody to stay healthy. But realistically, it's probably not going to happen. But I think everyone's taking the steps to just make sure it doesn't spread and we can keep this league going. So I think the league is just doing a great job of managing it.
Okay, let's move on to Miriam.
Hey, PG. Ty Lue mentioned before the game that you and Kawhi have developed something of a routine, I guess the preparation for games. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Simple. We just get shots.
So it's just a matter of getting the shoot around in?
Yeah, just work together.
Okay, let's move on to Andrew.
Hey, PG. Ty has talked so much since he was hired about the offense and how much he wants more ball movement. There were a couple of stretches in this game, both including you, where you guys make the extra pass a couple times. What are you hoping to see out of this offense with the ball movement emphasis that Ty has talked about?
Yeah, I mean, we got to just do a better job of myself, Kawhi, being playmakers. Making the extra pass, being aggressive, putting pressure on the defense. But ultimately, we got to just do a better job of being playmakers with our first group, and just playing the game. Making the right reads, and again, just being aggressive. I think that's what it really just comes down to.
And then, Paul, you talked in the past about the team practice and how you guys didn't practice enough last season. Ty has already instituted two-a-days a couple times. What do you feel like that has allowed you guys to do through 1 week of practice in terms of getting more on the same page with each other?
Well, I mean, that's really where chemistry is built in practice, learning one another, learning coverages. I think practice is a lot of puts you in a lot of uncomfortable situations, and you have to learn to play through it. The saying where they say practice makes perfect. It's no cliche. I mean, it's you practice on things you need to work on so that the games are easier. And that's just the point where we got to get to, where we're practicing and we're drilling that when it comes game time. We've drilled something so hard, we know what we're doing in the game.
Okay, let's move on to Tomer.
Hey, PG, I'm just curious, what's sort of the difference in the starting lineup when you guys starting Serge as opposed to starting with Zoo? I mean, obviously the floor spacing, but just in general, what's that difference like for you guys?
I mean, you said it. Him spacing the floor is different. It's the first time in my career I played with stretch five, so just on a personal note, it's new for me. I'm trying to get used to the spacing and manipulating the other team's defense. I'm used to guys rolling and being rim runners. Serge can obviously rim roll and finish at a high level at the basket, but he shoots the ball so well. pop game. It's new and it's something I got to adapt to.
Well, given that it is your first time playing with a stretch five like that, how is that, I guess, figuring out part going for you right now? Do you guys learning each other's spots right now so far?
Yeah. We're learning. I'm learning his, where he likes it, when he's going to pop, when he's going to roll, and really just how to drag that big out to create separation for him.
Okay, we got time for a few more questions. Let's move on to Forbot.
Hey, PG, you guys have a new starting lineup, a new coach, new offensive schemes, and it's a shortened season. So how much would you say percentage-wise you feel like you guys have gotten down in this kind of shortened off season that you've had with less practice time?
But we still got a long ways to go. That's the beauty. We got a long ways to go. But this group is cut out to get better and be playing at a high level down the stretch. So, we just got to build. It takes one game. It takes one day. Just got to build and get better each day.
Okay, we're going to move on to Shane Young.
Hey, PG. I'm just curious, what are your early observations or impressions of playing with Nick Batum, and what type of contributions do you think he could provide this year?
I like Nick. Nick obviously is like a utility guy that does everything. Passes, rebounds, defends, another just versatile guy for us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun playing with Nick. Guy that kind of does a little bit of everything.
Okay, and last question is going to go to Melissa.
Hey, PG, you talked about how different you felt this season, physically speaking. Does that have a big effect mentally too, just entering into a season full health?
Absolutely. It changes everything. You feel good, you play good. And you're limited, you're going to have some doubt. And so, coming into this year, I feel good. My shoulders are a lot better. So that's kind of been easing my mind that I don't have to worry about, how to play through stuff. I'm kind of at ease when I'm on the court right now.
That's all I have for you today, Paul. Thank you.